5. They start the drive with Cook, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside of 35. It's a gain of 35.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 41, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Fourth down, Cousins. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stop behind the line made by the safety that time, Lewis Seed. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They go play fake. Mahomes gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's second and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Vikings 0. Harrison Butker and kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Third and 4.
Here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. On the return, it's Toney. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got him that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting this...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go play action. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as they take this up to about the 33-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here again is McKinnon. And some room to run now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Rolling to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Out to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. They'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 11 yards for number 11. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try with McKinnon, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal.
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Butker's kick here is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0.
Vikings, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Cousins. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Second and
Cousins.
at the 47-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third down, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
Cousins on the keeper. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. To about the 26 here. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Cousins to throw it this time. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
10 yards to go.
Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Cousins on 1st down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Cousins to throw it.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
31. Vikings 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play fake. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Play action now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
Complete to Justin Jefferson.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done.
H.A. Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, McKinnon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. It's a gain of 3 and it gets him to first. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 44 yards.
And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one coming covering and even 63 yards in the air.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to about the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cousins.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 42 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They run it again with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Cousins. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So it looked like a good opening drive to start this 3rd quarter, but ultimately it's going to be an unfruitful one as they give it away on the fumble.
Yeah, the way they were moving it, you figured they were in good position to take the lead, but they sure picked a bad time to be lackadaisical with the football. They wound up giving it away.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 23. There they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Able to find Gray here.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Noah Gray.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground.
We're back now in KC.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins again. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point, down big. You'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On third down, they're going to run for it here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the gurus, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, just to your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles. You need to grow. I do what you learn, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory of my God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers.